Hi guys, welcome back to SportsAngle. Um, you can tell by the disappointed in my voice and by the title of this video that it's going to be about the India-New Zealand Test series. Yes, India has suffered first series loss in 12 years after 4,031 days and after dominating home Test series with a winning percentage of 78%. It's just a bit of a shocker that this has come through. But I'm here to talk about it in detail. And yeah. Okay, a quick recap of the game. New Zealand in their first innings made solid total of 259 on this kind of a pitch. I'm pretty sure it's a solid total. Don't get me wrong. And then in reply to which, of course, India put up a very, very mediocre show, just falling 103 run short. I mean, I know the word is just, but then it amounts up to the big, score, which obviously we had to chase in the second innings. Where, of course, in reply in the second innings, New Zealand did put up a good show of 255 again, replicating of what they did in the first innings, and then we had to chase a total of 359. We bundled out, fell 113 run short. The main star of the game was Mitchell Santner, of course, claiming around 13 wickets in the test match. The only silver lining I think India has from this game is Washington Sundar. They gained like a wicket obtaining bowler, but there's so much to talk about India and of course New Zealand. To start off with, of course, New Zealand, the application, Tom Latham, 10 on 10 captaincy, and Mitchell Santner come with the man kind of a situation. But sequentially taking it, of course, Tom Latham from day one, after the Bangalore first day got washed out. He did not panic. Completely thought, okay, great. I might have some damp conditions. Automatically used the fast bowlers to his, advantage. Gave it to Saudis, and he used his experience as usual to get at the top order cheaply. Rourke was pretty new in this setup as well, but again was helped by the seniors and how to get these kind of folks out. But see, even Matt Henry, for that example, did a very good job at the first test. But also following to that, Tom Latham and this application of captaincy even in this particular game, because see, India numerous amount of times has gone 1-0 down, and they have been, they bounced back and they've literally dominated the series. So I'm pretty sure New Zealand didn't just lose their guard even in this game. They knew it was a turning track. They got out the big guns. They got out Mitchell Santner. They got out Ajaz Patel. They knew that these guys would have to deliver. And not only have to deliver, they gave them the right kind of fields, the right kind of tactics. And one most very important thing which I feel like made a huge difference for New Zealand is they hired for a 6-game contract. They hired the Sri Lankan spinning legend, Rangana Herath. Completely helped these particular spinners as to how they have to bowl in the subcontinent. Now, bowling in the subcontinent for a spinner is usually about varying their pace and how they have to pitch it, and in the right areas wherever, of course, after you assess the pitch. And moreover, those aspects were very closely studied. So 10 on 10 to New Zealand here for doing their homework, coming in with like a proper structured plan, because not many teams do that. Many teams come in with the arrogance of backing their own strengths. We've seen in the past, England has said that, oh yeah, we'll not deviate away from our fast bowling because that has been our main asset. Same with Australia. They always come in with like a couple of spinners, a new one, and maybe like a Nathan Lyon, and they've always not done well. With New Zealand out here, I think they bought two very experienced spinners. Someone like a Mitchell Santner, who's been here now for the past how many years in the IPL. So he knows every pitch, let alone, of course, he didn't play a game, but he knows his game. He knew that what kind of fields have to be set to these kind of Indian batsmen. And not only did he just take some small wickets, he's taken Virat Kohli, he's taken Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma. These are some great players in the lineup. But yeah, that's about New Zealand, and of course, congratulations to them, for winning a historic test series. Of course, let alone, winning the first test match in Bangalore after 35 years in India, and now winning and breaking the Indian dominance at home. You have to play special cricket for that. Now coming to India, you know what? There are a lot of talking points here. I feel from like a subcontinent point of view, where the world used to look up to Indian batsmen to play spin, I think so. We've somewhat lost that. Indian players are known to be very risky, play with loose bottom hands, known to play spin very, very nicely, use the pace, again, play against the spin. Very rarely do you see nowadays, players playing with their wrists. It's more of a stroke play. You want to keep the bat as straight as possible with a sweep, and those aspects. So I feel that is where India lost in both the test matches, the application of the game plan against spinners. See, I understand the batting composition is like, you probably have like say Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, Sarfaraz Khan, and then you have three seniors in Virat Kohli, Rohit, and KL Rahul, of course, in the first test. So this is a perfect amalgamation of a 50% young team. So I'm not making excuses here, but these three seniors, they have to help these youngsters to get over these hurdles, because this is not going to be like something which just comes to you naturally. Of course, playing these kind of spinners in these kind of tracks is going to be tricky. That's point number one. And second is tactics, regressive tactics. That certain batsmen from the opposition have figured out where they're going to bowl. You need to put more pressure on them. Not giving sufficient slips to Ashwin during his spells. Keeping the field very open into containing runs is not the way you play Test cricket. You have to build a field to take 20 wickets. I don't question Rohit Sharma's cricketing brain or anything like that, but these two test matches specifically, it's been missing. And it was the right call to play Washington Sundar. I'm not going to say that. The bowling in these two test matches has not been a problem in general. Like, the bowlers have stepped up, they've taken 20 wickets, and they have been very, very crucial in those pockets where you need to contain runs and you have to take wickets also. So that aspect, you have to give it to the bowlers. Here, I feel it's been a complete letdown by the batsmen. Even in his post-match interview, Rohit Sharma said that he doesn't want to single out anybody. But of course, it clearly looks like our batting collapsed. And look, Border Gavaskar Trophy is around the corner. That too, now this is happening in Australia, and the first game in Perth is less than a month away. Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood, if they're watching this test match, I'm pretty sure they're licking their lips and they're thinking that if these kind of players are so easy to draw in and to set traps for, then of course they're going to have a field day with these kind of batsmen. And getting wickets is not going to be a big problem for Australia there. They're very, very smart. They're very, very, intelligent in terms of, and they of course come with a lot of experience. Of course, you don't have to make a separate column to just understand how great Australia's bowling is. So yeah, but again, that's said and done. Chances for BGT, of course, look slim. We need to win the test match now, the remainder test match in Wankhede, and then see what happens. But again, if India now needs to really be, has to revitalize, has to rebuild, because of course you have a lot of players now who are on the verge of leaving the team or retiring. You have your Ashwin, Jaddu, Rohit Sharma, sadly Virat Kohli, all in the twilight of their careers. So those are big pockets to fill, big shoes to fill, but again, it all comes down to the coach as well, and this is going to be Gambhir's biggest test as to how he revamps this test squad, how he revamps the way we want to play. Of course, it's exciting, but in this excitement, compromising on results should not be the thing. Yes, so that's the end of the video here. Do let me know in the comments below, what do you think was the main reason why India's batting collapse, or why we led to a series loss, and what do you think are India's WTC chances, and what do you reckon will happen in BGT? See you in the next video.